be right there on the microphone. If you noticed yesterday, it picked up her whispering. Very clear.
So we are live now.
I don't.
Okay, let go. It's fine. I got it. There we go.
Sorry about that, guys. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Jason. I'm the program director here at Laterno, and this is the last time this week we're going to do Home Cooks Cooking Live with Chef DeAndre. I want to thank you guys for joining us this week. I had the pleasure of getting to taste the wonderful meals that Chef D has made, and it's been a huge blessing. It's also been a lot of fun to be in here to kind of get to see his heart and passion that he puts into the wonderful meals that he makes, which is just an example of the heart and passion that he puts into all the food that he makes here for our groups and the camps and everything that we have. So I'm going to introduce him here in just a second, but I want to do two things. I want to thank you guys for joining us tonight, as well as the rest of this week. So thank you guys very much for taking time out of your schedule during the quarantine to join us here. I also wanted to mention something Thursday night. So tonight is the last night of Home Cooks. But Thursday night, originally, we had Connections Live planned. That's one of our date nights, a quarterly date night that we were going to do. But because of the quarantine, we can't. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to bring date night to you guys. So Chef D is he's going to present another wonderful meal just like this right here on Facebook Live. And then Bob Anderson is going to come and he's going to give a devotion on communication and the importance of communicating with your spouse, with your husband or with your wife. So we would love for you guys to join us next Thursday night, 6 o'clock, right here on Facebook, the same place we've been all week. And you get to see a wonderful meal prepared by Chef DeAndre, which will be announced later, early next week on Monday. We'll let you guys know what you got to get for Thursday night. And you guys can cook along with us just like you have for this. And then we'll have a wonderful devotion as a time in God's Word through Bob as well. So guys, you're not here to see me, so without further ado, here's Chef DeAndre. Chef.
Hello everybody. Well, today is bittersweet. We're going to go away, but we're going to be back. We're just going to create you guys some more recipes and more content. I've really enjoyed the pictures that you all have sent in of those recipes that you actually cooked along with us. So if you can do the same thing for me tonight, those of you that are cooking, please take a photo for me so we can post those. All right. Okay. So tonight, like all the recipes we've been doing this week, I've tried to make the recipes easy enough, but also give you the ability to add or take away ingredients. The recipes that I've given you, as I stated, is a roadmap that can be edited. So what I've done this evening for this evening meal, I've encouraged everyone to add your favorite green vegetable to go along with this dish. And I encourage you all to, experiment a little bit. Even though you have a recipe, you don't have to follow that recipe exactly. But of course, if you're baking, you most definitely want to follow that recipe. So, we talked last night about mise en place. Mise en place is having everything you need to work with in front of you, so you're not running around the kitchen, okay? So I will give the first instruction. You should have a sauce pot on the stove, boiling away, and that's going to be for the pasta, okay? And even though we're doing, Orzo is in the recipe, and for those of you that haven't worked with Orzo before, it's a little small grain of pasta, about the size of rice. So Orzo, you treat it just like pasta. It takes about 11 minutes to cook, okay? So we want to go ahead and get that water boiling. Add a little olive oil to that water as well, because just like pasta, we don't want it to stick. And you can salt and pepper it if you wish. Okay, so while the water is getting ready for the Orzo pasta, we want to pull out our chicken breasts. And what I've done, just to, we don't have that much time, so I've already seasoned the chicken breast, and you can do large chunks. The recipes say cubes, but you can do strips if you want. But you want to pre-season, it's up to you. But I've done salt and pepper and the dry Italian seasoning that I had left over from last night. So, you know, again, you know, you don't have to go out and buy new ingredients all the time. Of course, you know, I believe in leftovers. I believe in utilizing things that I have extra from other meals. So that's what we're doing tonight. We're using odds and ends from previous meals this week. As a matter of fact, I have some cream sauce left over from the meal this week as well. So we also have Parmesan cheese, olive oil, we have garlic, roasted garlic here. And I did specify roasted, but I always like to roast my garlic just to get rid of that raw flavor. But just roasting in the oven, it gives an aromatic to your dish. It smells great and it tastes wonderful. My green vegetable this evening will be broccoli. We also have turmeric, and as you know, turmeric has great healthy properties, inflammation, swelling. Also, it's very good for your immune system. And also, we have some red pepper flakes going into the dish as well. And then we have some parsley leaves also. So let's get right into it. And if you have missed any of the shows, the video will be posted to our YouTube page. Please visit and subscribe. It really will help our goal. I think we're trying to reach 1,000 subscriptions before we can add more content. So as soon as you guys are finished here, please head over to YouTube and hit that subscribe button. That will most definitely help us out to bring you more content that you can watch in later dates, okay?
Chef, your sister Bonnie wants to make sure you know that she is watching from Alabaster, Alabama.
Good, good. Hey, Bonnie. Okay, who else do we have in the room? And where they're watching from? I would love to hear from you guys, so please sound off for me. How many do we have in the room so far?
We have 23 at the moment, 24 now. We've got Jackie from Sandy Springs, Georgia.
Nice.
Chef Steve is here again joining us from Diamond Springs, California. Of course, Chef Tom is here with us again. We have tons from locally, right around here at Canandaigua, Indiana. Sherry Fitzpatrick, who is a wonderfully dear-loved prior chef here at camp.
Sherry, yeah. I should have got you to come and cook with me. She was the previous person cooking before me, so I really appreciate her hard work here at LeTourneau Christian Camp. Okay, so sounds like we got a good crowd. So if you guys have any questions during this meal, and please let me know why I do what I do, anything. So I can most definitely help you out. But again, this dish is pretty much straightforward. Like I stated, I already cubed my chicken breast and seasoned them. Because this is somewhat of an Italian dish, I just kind of want to stay with dry herbs and Italian seasoning and olive oil. It's really nice when you can marinate your, you've heard me talk about that many times this week, marinating your meat ahead of time. If you know what you're doing, it's best to plan your meals out. That way you can maximize on flavor. So, I've added a little olive oil, and I'm going to roll on a high heat. But you want to start on a medium, just to get going. And once the pan is hot, we're going to start searing off our chicken. Okay.
Chef, your sister Aileen, I apologize, Aileen is also watching.
You know, it's a family affair. So we have 3 sisters that's on right now. And, you know, this is a good time for me to talk about my memories of my childhood cooking in Alabaster. I used to, I grew up watching, my fondest memory is watching jam. We made a lot of jam and jarred it. And you know, when you're in the country, everything is homemade. And so food was a big part of my childhood. So like many of us, but in the country, we can throw down, I'm telling you. Okay, so now my pan is nice and hot. Grab my tongs. I would suggest you guys have a pair of these at home. These are my favorite tools. It's like an extra pair of hands for me. I love tongs. So we're going to go ahead and saute that. Depending on the size that you're cutting your chicken, I did about a small dice because I wanted a quick saute. Remember, I stated the thickness of your meat determines your cook time. So the same thing with vegetables. If you cut your vegetables thick, they're going to take a little longer. If you cut them smaller, you can get in and out in less than 5 minutes. So the same thing with your protein.
Chef, you were talking about jam. Chef Tom said he grew up the same way, except his dad taught his mom how to make it.
Oh, really? Yeah, man, I really, I have a real appreciation for home cooking. So, and the crazy part is, living in Georgia, in the South, you would expect to find homemade peach cobbler, homemade banana pudding. I cannot find homemade peach cobbler in the state of Georgia if I don't make it myself. So if you live in Georgia, I'm sorry, but you know I'm telling the truth.
Tonight we have Robert from Seaside, Oregon.
Robert, sounds like he's new.
Yeah, he's a sous chef, he says.
Robert.
At Twisted Fish.
Twisted Fish. Nice to have you, sir. This is going to be our last night of hosting this cooking demonstration. We've been going all week, but we will be back. I'm going to create some new recipes, and I want to hear from you guys. Please send an email to, or make a comment right here at the bottom, letting us know what would you like to see when we come back. You guys can also visit me, Chef DeAndre, is my Facebook page. You can also follow me on Instagram, Chef DeAndre, and we also have our Laterno Christian Camp social media pages rotating as well. So if you just type in Laterno Christian Camp, you can see where we're located as well.
Tom says it's not the end, it's just the season finale.
That's right, man. And also, I've been invited as a guest of Chef Tom. He's a chef in California, and I want you guys to please support his live cooking program as well. Chef Tom, if you want to put up your, what do we call this, Zoom connection, so everyone can visit you, I think 6 o'clock, but 9 o'clock your time in California. So thank you for your support. So now we have about 3 minutes on our chicken. That's the chicken so far.
Mama Jack's here.
Mama Jack. That's another sister. Mama Jack. And I'll tell you guys too, the good thing about, you know, the reason why I became a chef was many reasons. But, you know, there was a time where we cooked in America. We actually cooked and ate at home with our families. So I know we're quarantined and I know the virus have touched a lot of families. But the good thing out of it, more of us now are cooking at home, spending time with our families. So that's something that is a blessing in disguise. So these meals, I hope, help you and your families get in and out of the kitchen and enjoy quality time with each other.
Chef Tom shared his Zoom meeting information.
Good. So now what I'm going to do, I've already par-steamed my broccoli. So I'm going to add my broccoli right to my chicken. Please don't try this at home. Just go ahead and stir with a spatula or a spoon. I don't want to be liable with your food all over your stove. So, now I have my chicken and my broccoli there. And I want to go ahead and add a couple of fresh herbs. And while I'm finishing this dish, I really want to share something with you all. Why I'm here at LeTourneau and why I'm doing what I'm doing as far as a career. We all have things that we're good at, and I really have a heart for serving people and serving others, and in essence, that's a part of my ministry, cooking for individuals, and that's something that gives me great joy, and it has transferred into a ministry more than just a career. And I really want to let you all know that it's very important to bless God with your work. I don't know your beliefs, but I want to share mine. And a big part of my belief is serving others through food and ministering a lifestyle that's most definitely helpful for people that are hurting. You know, because we're more than just this physical body. We're spiritual beings. So the same way that we are hungry naturally, we also hunger for God in the Spirit. So, you know, I just want to let you know we're most definitely praying for everyone that participated with us this week, and I certainly do appreciate it. And here at Laterno, that's our mission, to love on you, to serve you, the same way that Jesus served many people during his time. You know, I enjoy going out with the homeless. I enjoy going out and feeding people from a natural standpoint, but I also enjoy giving my testimony about how God has kept me in my right mind. So that's just my testimony, and you know, I encourage you guys to most definitely follow us here at Laterno. We have some great content planned for you, so I'm really excited. So let's go ahead and toss our ingredients here. Okay, so now your pasta, your orzo, should be close to being ready. Like I stated, it only takes about 11 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and grab our orzo, which is done. Now, if you notice, my orzo has a bright yellow color to it. That's because I cooked with turmeric. So it's not in your recipe, but I at least want you to see what you can do with different ingredients that you are not customly used to. Pass me a large spoon, please. So the turmeric, again, gives you that bright yellow presentation, and kind of sort of like saffron, if you've seen saffron rice. Thank you so much. So now we're ready to plate. And again, this is a dish that takes less than 10 or 20 minutes. But only if you have everything planned and laid out. So let's go ahead and put the rest of our mixture right in the middle. Red pepper flakes for a little heat. Turmeric for a little extra garnish. And here we are. And again, as simple as this dish may appear, you can kick it up a notch by adding other ingredients. Okay? You can add peppers, more variety of color, but this is a good base for an easy, quick dish. Okay? So again, please take pictures of your food that we worked on this evening, and send it to us, and we'll love to most definitely post it for you guys. So again, thank you for visiting, and I look forward to seeing you when we come back. Thank you very much.